Welcome to the Grand Canyon State, Arizona Stadium in Tucson, as we are set for a showdown in the Arizona Bowl. There's nothing quite like wrapping up a regular season with a bowl victory. It just leaves a good taste in your mouth going into the offseason. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Toledo Rockets, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the New Mexico Lobos. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. And he's coming out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Toledo's offense will have the football first. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a double.
Yeah, and it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a double.
They're working that left side. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. They'll run it from the gun. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. And the Rockets come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Tagged out of the air. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. It's complete on the right side. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Rockets with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They'll give it to the back. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. They're about to snap it for the 10th time on this opening drive, but they need a conversion. Throws toward the end zone. And that one's going to be incomplete. He was throwing for the touchdown, but just couldn't get the foot down in bounds. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Lobos offense has its first opportunity of the day. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every...
There he goes! Let's talk a little bit about New Mexico. Always nice to get a win on the recruiting trail. They feel like they did, landing a 3-star wide receiver, verbal commitment. They feel like he has the type of talent that can help a program at this level. And the pass rush, he is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
That's a massive play by the defense. They were not fooled. 2nd and inches. They thought pass was a possibility. They get the sack, and now they force the offense in a 3rd and long situation.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. To the air, it's Graves. Here's the pressure. That's caught. It's Manning. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The Lobos will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Signals for the fair catch and looks it in at the 40. Guys, let's see what Toledo can get done on offense this time. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. It's complete to the left. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. And the Rockets want to move quickly.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. They'll give it to him again. He gets right to the edge of the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 20. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Zings it complete to the right. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12. Wide receiver going in motion. The lone back's got it. He's going to lose a yard on that one. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Tight end finds a soft spot. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Rockets. Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing that he's going to sit down when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll return it. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. We will get another look at this New Mexico offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. He'll keep it himself. Turning it on! Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And now on 2nd down for this offense. The give to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Graves. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he makes the catch inside the 25. The timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And the Lobos look to keep this drive humming. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. Easy completion on the shuffle.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The run from the shotgun. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The Lobos line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, really good.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, New Mexico! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Firing to the right, complete. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. They'll run it from the gun. Breaks into the open. They finally get him stopped. This veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Right back to the well. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Toledo has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Finds his tight end. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
The Rockets kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Off the play fake on first down. Going for 6. Touchdown, Toledo! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. Who cares about double coverage? Just get it in there, give your guy a chance, and it worked out that time.
And the receiver would definitely agree with you. It's a little bit risky, throw it in traffic, but trust your guy. You know, he's going to go up, make a play in the end zone. You can tell you've thrown that ball to him, and you trust him, and he goes and rewards you for it.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Let's see what the Lobos offense has dialed up this time. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. That last completion sets them up on second down. They'll run it. Finds a little space. Got enough for the first. Lots of running room. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
He'll do it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Lobos trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll try to pop the draw. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. It'll be 3rd and long. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on 3rd down. Oh, the attempt is no good. Guys, that field goal could loom large. Missing an opportunity to get within a touchdown. We're still sitting on a 10-point game.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll go to the ground. Sweet cut there. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Complete in the middle. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. New set of downs after the completion. They'll keep it on the ground. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Pulls it and fires to the left. Oh, he's got some space. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7.
Right. 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some 1st downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
And the Rockets will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll go to the air. Setting up the screen. Next going for the goal line. Touchdown, Rockets! And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Let's see what the Lobos offense has in store. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Finds his back in the middle. And he's got enough for the 1st down. It'll be at the 35. The Lobos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They try to pop a run on the draw. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the 1st down. He now has 74 yards on the ground, and that magical 1,000-yard mark is oh so close. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. And the Lobos pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll run the screen. Knocked down at the 25-yard line, picked up 10 there, and gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Hand off from the shotgun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The negative play leaves them with 2nd and 12. Dropping back, it's Graves. Fires to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. You have to wonder, after missing a field goal on the last drive, how are they going to play this 3rd down? Motion from the wide receiver. Shakes off the defender. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Just drives it between the uprights. Now down 2 touchdowns, 24-10. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Finds just enough space across the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Toledo has the ball. Here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Toledo.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they tacked on the extra point. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone.
31, New Mexico, 10.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Now New Mexico will go back to work on offense. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Graves. Trying to set up the screen. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Got it done in the passing game on the last play, and let's see what they do on 1st down. Leaves it with the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Right on the money. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Pocket breaking down. Going to try to get it himself. He saw just enough daylight to move the sticks and get it done with his legs. The Lobos racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man in the middle. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Just a short pass to the tight end. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Lobos can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Here's the handoff. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They've got the screen set up. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. He's got it. First down and more. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. The defense calls a timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Looking to throw, it's Graves. Working that left side now. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Bringing the heat. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down. Trying to slam in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Lobos!
And I'm not going to say that was a must-score, but that was a must-score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully, now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. You got to build on this momentum in the second half.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're now down 31-17. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. From inside the 10, here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Power football with the run. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. The end of a very entertaining first 2 quarters of football in Tucson and an intriguing Arizona Bowl. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the Arizona Bowl.
The Rockets will kick it off to start the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He gets a block. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. Makes the catch. It's Cherry. The Lobos moving quickly to the line.
I mean, what great athletic ability to toe tap the sidelines and keep them in bounds. What a 1-yard gain.
From the gun, the ground game. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Wants to throw. It's Graves. Lost one deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Lobos decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And you just won't see a more effective punt than that. Out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. Out of the gun to give to the back. Finds a little bit of room as he'll get 2 out to the 6. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Puts it out of the air. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Rockets come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. There he goes. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
3rd down and 2. You know it's time to get physical, and this unit paves the way, Jesse, and gets the big first down.
And this back's got such a burst, too, doesn't he? As soon as he saw the hole, he exploded through it and picked up a huge chunk of yards.
To the ground. He's got it again. At the 45 on his way. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Now the play fake. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. They'll leave it with him. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Finding it tough to make positive yardage, now 3rd and goal from the 2. He's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Rockets.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
38, New Mexico, 17.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. We will get another look at this New Mexico offense. Quarterback on the keeper. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, Dave.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Touchdown, Toledo. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
Defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, one with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Back to pass, it's Graves. Caught over the middle, it's Cherry. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
1st down, Lobos.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
The Lobos now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Back to pass on 2nd down. Makes the grab. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the big fella. He's not going to make it. What by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Hunt is on its way. Wants to return it. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Rockets offense is back on the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Quick strike complete.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
The Rockets come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. To the air on first down. He's got an open man. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Rockets are on the move. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Throwing right. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires to the right. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. They'll send out the kicker here. And it's no good. Well, they missed the field goal. That's about the only thing that hasn't gone their way in this one. Let's see what the Lobos offense has dialed up this time. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Got his man to the left. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Leaves it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Graves. Here comes the heat. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Turning it on. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a first down and came up a little short.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
And the Lobos are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board.
And I'll be honest, I don't love the call. On 4th and that short, I want to go for it. But you trust your kicker, he does his job, and he puts 3 on the board.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. That's the end of the period, and it's Toledo holding the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. He'll pull it on the read. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. The Rockets will try to pin them back with the punt. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Let's see what the Lobos offense has in store. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. You kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
To the air, it's Graves. Hauls it in. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. Wants to go up top on first down. Gets it to him on the screen. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Backed up now, here's second and long. Back to pass. Under fire. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Now third and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Forced to just throw it away on third down, and now they face fourth. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on fourth down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
Guys, let's see what Toledo can get done on offense this time. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the field.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Swings it out to the flat. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. And the Rockets come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Motion from the wideout. They'll use the jet sweep to try to convert here. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The Rockets with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds his big tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. It'll be third and long. They're going to run it. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. Absolutely perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. Out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Now New Mexico will go back to work on offense. He'll keep it himself. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Graves. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over, and maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Breaks into the open. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. The Lobos come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside give. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Finds his big tight end. Stopped just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down. Now they'll run the draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. This drive was clicking along, but now it's 2nd and 14. Got room to work. And they're able to get him down. And the Lobos come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive.
3rd down coming up.
They'll try to power their way ahead. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. The Lobos trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Trying to barge their way in. And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2. Got stopped on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 2. They go right back to their man on 2nd and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
Well, it's a nice job there executing the run play and getting in for the score, but you got to wonder, guys, is it too little too late? They're still trailing by a ton here in the 4th quarter.
The AT unit on the field. Splits the uprights. To a drive there of 84 yards. The deficit is huge, this one is all, but Overman, they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. Toledo has the ball. Here comes the offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. From the gun, running back gets to give. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. And the Rockets will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Looking downfield, it's Graves. What precise footwork along the sideline to get that toe down for the catch. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Takes the easy one to the back. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Makes the grab. It's Manning. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout.
Wants to throw again. Finds the tight end. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one. And the Lobos will hustle to the line. To the air on second down. Throws to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the play on third down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to do it himself. And he gets enough to move the chains and then slides to a stop. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Wants to throw on first down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. Got his man. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. No huddle offense to the line. Back to throw. It's Graves. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Manning. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. And quickly to the line of scrimmage, they spike it and stop the clock. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Looking for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Trying to get rid of it. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be fourth down. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. He will take a knee, and the defense can stop the clock one more time, but this one is just about in the books. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the 3 phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to improve.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt. They sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
And with that, the season comes to a close for these two teams. Another bowl game is all wrapped up, and we are finished as well. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, thanking our entire crew and thanking you for being with us for another presentation of EA Sports College Football. We'll see you next season.